Welcome to Never Too Old, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast.
Welcome back. The most promising, or one of the most promising, I think, leaders right now, or getting some results in the smaller tournaments that we had so far. Lando Calrissian. I announced that I might take a look at him before. I think he's an interesting one. I like the credit mechanisms with him. I think the deck that is getting the most result, or that is probably being played the most, I don't know if that's true or not, is in blue with Bo-Katan and whatnot. A couple of Vigilance units. We are trying him out in command, and I think he's gonna work with command or in command just as well. Just as strongly. So let's take a look at the deck, I guess. First of all, the leader.
DeckTech.
Since we're still new to the new cards, I guess. We have Lando Calrissian, who is Underworld, and that's it. On his leader side, he has the action pay one and exhaust his leader. Choose an aspect and discard a card from a deck. If it has a chosen aspect, create a credit token. And I guess we have to decide what kind of aspect we want to name, right? I mean, you're not going to guess. I mean, if you want to do it, and that's the thing. We're not playing that often or tons of times in a game, but when we want to play it, I think when we like decide on the resource, in the resource phase to like trigger Lando, we want to be sure that it's like a 99, 98, 97% hit, right? So we need to, before deck building, we need to decide on what aspect we are going to put in the most. And yes, of course, we can have some cards in there that are not triggers, right? Like we had before with the Forakas, I guess. But yeah, that's something we need to think of when we build a deck. What are we naming? Are we? And anything is possible, right? There are decks with heroism aspect. There are decks with cunning aspect. I think works the best, I feel like. But also, I mean, you name it, you can also probably build a Vigilance deck. Yeah, I think it's probably more difficult, but whatever. Anyway, he deploys on 6 resources as a 4/7. And then also an interesting ability. When deployed, you may defeat a friendly credit token. If you do, create 3 credit tokens. So we need to be careful that when we flip, or on the turn that he flips, we have a credit token. There's a couple of units that defeat credit tokens or the opponent takes control of them. I mean, it's going to be a bummer if that happens, right? And we don't have anything to the defeat to make more credit tokens. So we need to have one in order to get 3. So we're building 2 more credit tokens on the flip. But we need to have one. It's not just create 2 credit tokens. Anyway, and now the deck. I decided to go with command. That's pretty much only for 3 reasons, right? I think you can easily play this deck also with Lake Country. I don't think there's reason enough to play this in double cunning, I guess, after set 1 rotated out. But you can also play it in double cunning, I guess, if you feel like it. I don't know. I feel like the 3 units in there, but what do I know? It's probably mostly because of 1 unit that I'm playing command. I think they're worth it, but correct me if you don't think so. I mean, it really is up for grabs. I think what base we want to play this in, and of course, if we want to have like a Bo-Katan or whatever in there, we are playing it in blue. But I think the important units like Mandalorian, Qui-Gon, Depa Billaba is nice as well. But of course, probably most importantly, the Liberty. They're all in cunning. So. But we have command. We have Jyn Erso. It's just a great 2-drop, but we can switch her up against any just cunning 2-drop, I guess, that has like a decent stat line. Of course, later on you can exhaust something or give an experience token to another unit. So she's fine, but I don't think she's like value or has enough value to play the command base. You know, if you're not playing command, we would just switch it out for Lake Country. So that's the 4, I guess, 4 more HP. So I don't know if those 3 cards are worth 4 HP, but I think so. And I think the card that is the most recent for me is the Max Rebo Band. 3-drop, cunning command, when the regroup phase starts, create a credit token. I think this card is super strong. I think it's much, but that's just me. I think it's much stronger than Max Rebo himself. I think it's called Max Rebo. That just creates 2 regroup phases, and you just resource twice. I think this one is just much, much, much better. It's 1/5, you know, it's pain to get rid of. It probably creates 2 credit tokens until it's been defeated. So it dishes out 2 damage as well. You can attack. I mean, you can attack. You probably just claim if you have the ability to claim, but you can also dish out 1 damage if you need to. If you, for example, only dealt 2 damage with the Faith in Your Friend with the spies. But I mean, it's mostly just there to give you like 2 or 3 credit tokens that are just going to be super important in the game. And then last but not least, the Millennium Falcon. I think it's a fun unit. First, I thought that on attack you have to give a -2/-0 to a space unit in order to give the +2/+0 to a ground unit. But just having them separately, you know, you can give a -2/-0, and then even if you do or you don't, you give the +2/+0 to a ground unit. It's just insane. I mean, insane. It's not going to be the best card in the game, but I think it's a nice 3-drop space unit that goes well as well, of course, with the Han Solo pilot. Yes, it doesn't have the 3 attack, so you're not gonna get attack for 5 and get rid of 80 Holler, I guess, which is kind of annoying. The Starfighter there is I guess better, but you don't take as much damage because you can give -2/-0. But it's annoying, right? If you can't attack for 5, and that's probably on the 4 resource turn, on the 3rd turn, which is kind of annoying. But you don't take damage back. And, you know, just -2/-0 to a space unit, heal or avoid some damage on your base, give +2/+0 to a ground unit that is probably going to attack still during this phase because you're battling a space heavy deck or whatever. It's fun. And 5 health is not bad, I guess. But like we said, I mean, the Max Rebo Band is the main or close to lonely or lone reason to play command. Like you can see, all of our cards are cunning, so we're gonna call cunning when we trigger Lando Calrissian. Like we said, we're not gonna trigger him super often. Sometimes it's also fun to trigger him late game. I mean, late game on like 5-6 resources to make sure we can play that Mando next turn or whatever. It's still cheating out a resource, right? So that's still not bad. And playing under curve in the later turns is of course not as annoying. But also, you know, playing under curve and then like, you know, cheating out a Depa Bilaba on like 5 or maybe even 4 resources when you have the ability to play a Lady Proxima or the Max Rebo Band. It's just insane. And the thing is, you know, it doesn't get weaker after that. Of course, they can deal with a Depa Bilaba. But next turn, you're going to play like a Qui-Gon or another Depa or a Han Solo ambushing. And then you're going to play Mandalorians that capture stuff while killing stuff. You're going to have a Lightmaker maybe, you know, that's also very cheap. Can tap out an entire arena when defeated, but also attacks for 7. The Blade Wing just put something back on the opponent's hand and still is a 3/3. Of course, not the best stat line, but you play something and you bounce something to their hand, back to their hand, and of course the Liberty as like the main unit that's very, very difficult to deal with. Seems like in this current meta, whatever the current meta is. And then you have the Wrong Ride. It's a card I see it's only twice in there. What other? I mean, Blade Wing, the Wrong Ride, and Han Solo. You can probably go and Canyon Frontrunner, which is a great or an okay 2-drop, but it can also be switched for anything else, I guess. Maybe Han Solo 3 times if we feel like it. Maybe also sideboard. But the Wrong Ride is a nice card in this deck, actually. You flip, you have like, I don't know, sometimes 8 or even 9 resources. You flip, you just spend 3 on exhausting 2 enemy resources. And sometimes it's just like, oh, they're gonna claim or whatnot. I was not the biggest fan of this card, but I think with Lando being able to like cheat out so much stuff, just paying 3, even if they're like credits or whatnot after deployment. I mean, of course, it's kind of slow-mo, so maybe at that time he already spent some resources or all resources, then it doesn't make any sense anymore. But on the flip, to exhaust 2 enemy resources and then still have like maybe 5, sometimes even 6 resources open and play like a Han Solo or a Depapilaba is just insane. Beguile, of course, because that seems to be... I like the opponent's hand, actually. I mean, they're just both great abilities, right? You look at the opponent's hand and you bounce something that costs 6 or less, which is great. And then with initiative, I feel like maybe one of the best 2-drops in the deck. Faith in your friends, getting that 1 extra card. Also getting 2 spies most of the time, because you're basically playing a double cunning deck, right? Except for those 3 units that 2 of them also have the cunning and heroism aspect anyway. So you're pretty safe on faith on your friends. Getting the card, getting 2 spies, which is great. Lady Proxima, I think, is a nice addition to the game, to the deck as well. 1/5, it's hard to get rid of. You just action, have a credit token, create another one with Lando Calrissian, and then you're already at 6 or 5 or whatever. Ahsoka Tano, I think, is a great card in here. Just tapping something, making the opponent to discard. And then Qui-Gon, just for a Sentinel, also some deck filtering, which is great. But I think the big Qui-Gon, the 7/7/5, is just crazy when you can play him earlier. The 7 Ambusher is insane. Sometimes, or most of the times, he survives when you play him earlier, because a lot of you, maybe even leaders, most leaders don't deal 5 damage. And then they have to get rid of him. And they have to get rid of him by like making sure they don't have a big unit on the board, because you're then bouncing in again. Maybe you get, because he has ambush, you're very action efficient. You get another 7 damage on the base and whatnot. And Mandalorian, a great one as well. 6 ambush, maybe a little weak or whatever. 6, 8, you take care of a smaller unit. Of course, you have to like be sure the situation is there to do that. Capture like a bigger unit and just have him control the board this way. Then an N1 Starfighter just for the early game. And the Lightmaker again. Lightmaker on sometimes 4, sometimes even 3. Yeah, sometimes even 3. It's just insane. Of course, it's easy to handle at this point if you have like the bounce or a smaller spaceship that has like a buff or whatnot. But they're still, running resources into, or they have to run resources into taking care of the Lightmaker. So I think it's a fun deck. I think once it snowballs into those credit tokens, and they never seem to like stop, because the opponent is constantly trying to take care of those big units that you just cheat out all the time. So let's see if we can win some games.
Battle deployment.
Admiral Piett, I think it's a good one. If you can get like I don't know if that's going to be possible, but if you can get a Qui-Gon on the 5 resources, that would be great. He has initiative, so we're going with the Jyn Erso. Maybe I have the Canyon Frontrunner as well, or I don't know, but let's keep this. It's a tough one though, somehow. Jyn Erso, let's resource him anyway. I like Qui-Gon, but it's still early. It's kind of annoying to keep him. Let's get rid of him. So that's not bad. We survive. Pass. I like that one actually. It's a 5 ambusher. It's annoying. I like the faith in your friends. Let's get rid of the Lightmaker, I guess. I don't know. I like the Depa Bilaba. ambush against Piett is just pass. I guess let's play him for now. Cunning. Your deck, another faith in your friend. Let's without credit tokens. That's annoying, but I guess let's take the Qui-Gon. Then we have. I didn't pay attention to the heroism, but we just have to take a heroism, right? Yeah. Let's take the Qui-Gon, and then those three. Let's not let him know that we have the Beguile. So he doesn't have anything, of course. That's bad. Let's put this into the resources. So I'm probably just playing a Beguile here and bounce and create more credit tokens at 6 or less, right? Yeah. Play without. We have the enemy loses, and that's 3. We have the Cantwell Arrestor Cruiser, which is annoying, and the Lawbringer. When played, choose an aspect. That's okay. I mean, they're all annoying, right? But whatever. And let's do another Cunning. The Falcon, which is alright. So now we could actually just play the Qui-Gon when he deploys, but then we don't have any credits, right? Which is kind of annoying, but let's resource the Qui-Gon, I think. Doesn't matter much for the... I could also just do the Depabilaba, run one spy into him. See what he does. And getting rid of both credit tokens would have been annoying, but the Depabilaba is okay as well because he didn't take care of the leader ability. That one again. I don't know. It's a restore to. Let's just attack. I mean, whatever. Pass. Or I guess the Lady Proxima is less valuable. There were some events in there, right? But we're in a good spot, I feel like. Craving Power is of course annoying, but he's tapped out. The Lightmaker is not gonna do much because he can just kill it and it's gonna deal just 3 damage. And I mean, if you play it now, he'll just attack into it. And if you play it next, he'll just claim. It's kind of annoying. Should we just play the Qui-Gon? Let's deploy. Trigger. Let's not play the wrong right. I think we didn't. Well, maybe we should have claimed for that reason, right? Yeah, I forgot about that. That would have been a great play. Just deploy, play the wrong right, and then play something like the Lightmaker. And then he'll be a 4/5. He would still kill my Lightmaker, though. That would be annoying. Let's play everything smallish now. Let's play the Qui-Gon. I don't know. Lightmaker into N1 is 7. That one doesn't do. Let's play the Qui-Gon. Just 1. And then pass. And then we have a Libertine. We can also just beguile that dude. Which I guess is not bad. So he has to get rid of the Qui-Gon at some point somehow. Tapping that one. Which is of course annoying. How much does Craving Power cost? It's not gonna work, right? Neither one of them can take care of my Liberty, so let's just play it for 1. Tap it. Sadly, Craving Power is not gonna go away. Attack for 7. And then we have Beguile for the Corvus, or we can just attack. I don't know. Now we will just attack base, I guess, right? It's annoying. The Candwell is annoying. So what's that? Jin Urso. Are we gonna beguile the Corvus? Is that just when played to and on attack? Should we just no, we need the damage on base, whatever. And just tap him. That was bad. Why would I do it this way? Oh, sometimes. Well done, me. Yeah, whatever. Let's play what? Let's go to base. He claims. Yeah, I want to see that sequencing again, right? At the Corvus, I tapped. I don't remember. It's insane how fast I forget. I guess the Light Maker would kind of be fun, just to tap, play without, and then I guess with the credit. A Gonk unit, and then I guess that should be a GG. Yeah, but that sequencing, he had the Cantwell and the Corvus. I attacked into base and tapped. I don't remember. GG. Anyway, that was a good one.
I've got a bad feeling about it.
Quiet.
What? So, Agent Kallus. I don't think Agent Kallus is that strong or interesting in Premiere, I don't feel like. Lady Proxima and Jin Urso, why not? Let's keep this. So we are remembering that we have the wrong ride in the row. So if we want to deploy right away, we can do this. Let's get rid of Han Solo, actually, I think. I don't know. Jin. That's just drawing a card, right? Pass. And now we can get rid of the Lady Proxima. I like the Max Rebo band much better. So, I mean, the thing is, they can just have anything in the deck, right? Which I guess is fun. Another card. My Jin Urso is sadly dead. Pass. And now we probably play the Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon filter some cards out of the next. I mean, it's not the best card filtering, right? We just know what we're gonna draw, and we can get rid of one card. But I guess it's not like. Thank God we do have the Sentinel. So I guess that's okay. We can get rid of the N1 and put the other one on top. Yeah, that's an annoying situation for him. We can just claim. And now if we want to, we can just play the Puppy Lava. I think that's what we're going to do. Because I mean, if he has a way to get rid of the Max. I mean, it's 6 anyway. I forget that he's like creating credit tokens all the time. So we just select them on. We're just paying 1 trigger. And we're killing her. So what does he do? He doesn't do anything. He just heals when we play heroism cards, right? He's a Sentinel. Let's just. Oh yeah, he does it on attack as well. Keep forgetting everything. I guess we get rid of the Light Maker and put the other ones on top. Let's just claim. We don't need the light maker now anymore, I don't think. We have 8. We could just... I mean, we're not going to play the Mando, right? Because then we're not going to have credits. The shielded is kind of annoying, but I mean, whatever. Let's just attack. Just attack base. Then deploy. And then we can still play the Mando. Let's deploy. So we have 8. We're going up to 10. Let's play the wrong right, actually. And then we can play him for 7, right? Because we have 8. We're going up to 10. Yeah, let's do it. Trigger. Play without. Doesn't matter. And then we're going to trigger this. And then we have 7 left. And he has only 4. Which is fun. Which is a nice combo. The thing is, he needs to kill the Max Rebo in order for me to not being able to play the Liberty. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we have the Blade Wing for next turn if we need to. Use 4 credits trigger, and we are going to kill him. So yeah, the wrong right turned out to be great, probably. The one, so we are going up to 8 anyway, so we can play the Liberty, we can play the Mando. He has both of them. This one, you can put him wherever you want. No, that's kind of annoying though. We're gonna play the Liberty still, probably, right? Yeah. I mean, it's just tapping, right? It's not like something like this. So we can play both. Let's actually keep all of them for now. Yeah, the Liberty's insane. 9-7 on 8 in space. And then tapping stuff. I understand the comparison to the Avenger. What to do here? Do we play the second Liberty right now? Or are we gonna... Let's just play a light maker and discard the second Liberty. Why not? Crap. But whatever. Should be fine. We have 10 resources done. Sure, whatever. I mean, he's coming for 7 as well. I just don't want to rush into... That hurts. We do not want to bounce him back to hand. I guess we're just gonna play it again. Pass. Let's keep all of this. Yeah. It's our last Liberty, which is kind of annoying. But I still feel okay-ish. No. Should we just run the Qui-Gon in there? Let's attack and see if the Mando is gonna be enough. Come on, kill it. Yes. Thank you. Let's put the Mando in here. And then probably create 2 spies, right? Yeah. Something like, I guess, this, sure. This one is not over yet, but let's Let's get rid of him, I think. Because 8 is not that many resources. That's annoying. That's annoying. The thing is, if we play the Qui-Gon, he's just going to get back to hand. If we play the Blade Wing, the same thing is going to happen. That is very annoying indeed. If we play the Blade Wing, it's just gonna... Yeah, what to do here, right? Just play the 2 smaller ones. Probably. Yeah, I don't think I have a nice answer to Bo-Katan, actually. Cunning. Your deck. Pass. 9. I mean, I need to kill the Bo-Katan, but it's gonna be super difficult. You know, I need to kill it with the Qui-Gon and not bounce it. I can bounce that one. Yeah, it sucks that I don't have any liberty left. 1, 2, 3. Tough spot. I guess let's play it. A Han Solo would be great, so we can at least attack for 4, but it's not gonna do much either. Whatever. +2/+2 might be important for the Qui-Gon. For the Qui-Gon attack. Maybe there's a way, but is he gonna play? The playing is unique, right? Nobody understands why. Let's do this. Choose nothing. Give him +2/+0, and then there's another liberty coming, I would assume. That's annoying. Let's attack. Ten resources. I mean, it's just gonna come back. That's the thing. But at least it can attack. Should we still discard cards? Nobody knows. Yes, man, discarding Mandalorian is probably a good thing, right? I mean, the board state looks like it's in our favor. It's gonna kill 2 units again. Yeah, nice. Let's play the Qui-Gon now. I don't know if that's a good idea, but... And the Falcon. Select amount 1, done. Pass. I don't think there's a way out, but hey, what do I know? I mean, the Liberty's still in hand, like we said. Big Guile is not gonna do anything. Tano can maybe tap her. Oh, just, I don't know. Let's just play it. I mean, that's going +2/+2 is going to be 4. It's not enough. Big Guile, whatever. Let's get rid of those. Put those on top. Yeah, I guess you're not winning this one. Did he claim? Yeah, of course. Let's just run this into that one. Now let's I should have played that one. Gotten the... Or could have... No, there's no way. Han Solo is just +2/+2 like we say. Yeah, interesting deck, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. Nice. Annihilator. Bo-Katan, Liberty. I mean, Bo-Katan is insane, right? And yeah, I guess this deck doesn't have any way to deal with... No, not request. That one is... GG. Well played. Last one. Yeah, the deck doesn't have any way to deal with big... I mean, it has ways to deal with them, but it's just... do we want to mirror match? Sure, let's play the mirror match. It has ways, but it's just... Most of them is bouncing, and then they keep getting back. Let's keep this. Great hand. I like him, I like him, I don't like him, and I don't like him, or I like him in the resources. And bouncing Bo-Katan is probably one of the worst things you can do, or bouncing like Anakin or whatever. I mean, one of the worst things.
It's a trap!
So, we have enough, right? I guess for now we get the Han Solo. And we're gonna do this, I guess. Data Vault. Still don't like Data Vault. I don't know why anybody would still play Data Vault. 3 HPs for like no idea what they're drawing. Just doesn't seem to, or for me, is not the way to do it. But he is going up to 4 resources. I don't like that play somehow. Create a credit token and then do him, and then you are at 4. I mean, you have 2 credit tokens and 2 resources. I don't know. Not convinced. But what do I know? We are playing a max Rebo, and it's probably gonna do the same thing at some point. Let's attack with 1. See what it does. 5 resources already. Let's play a Han Solo or something. Yeah, we can do that as well. Let's attack him. Pass. But yeah, he's probably... Is he ahead? He's probably ahead. I mean, 7 resources is just insane. Should I put the... What is it called anyway? Should I put the unmarked credits in there as well? And I mean, I could play the Han Solo. I don't want to, though. Let's see what he play. I mean, he can play 7 drops right now. It's just insanity. Queen Amidala. I don't think that's like the play that I feared the most. We could actually play the Han Solo. We get another credit back. Then he's just 1 credit ahead. We both have a spy. It's kind of annoying because he can kill my spy. Or are we just going to try to go 7 to base? Let's play the Han Solo. We have more hand cards at least. Which is not to underestimate. But it's an interesting situation. So he kills my spy probably. I would assume. I probably just kill his spy. Is he gonna kill my Max Revo? Yep. And now I could actually play the Babilaba, but I'm just going to play that next turn. Just a light maker. Put some pressure on. I mean, it's 7 attack, right? But I bet he has some kind of beguile or whatnot. A gonk? Interesting. That's what I'm going to attack into probably. And Then maybe a Depopulaba. Ahsoka Tano with 3 cards in hand is also not bad. Max Rebo, that is just blowing the game wide open now. I mean, now anything is about to happen, right? Now 8. We both have 8. Playing Mandalorian would be annoying. Let's just go 7 to base. You can play a 9 drop now. Let's go 4 to base. Thing is, I mean, if you play something big, though, I think the first one that plays something big, or yeah, that plays something big first is going to be behind. What was that? Queen Amidala into Han Solo. Interesting. So I have 8. I'm going up to 10. It's tough. Ahsoka. Pass. Let's play Ahsoka. Then we can still play the Blade Wing. I don't know if that's gonna be good or not, but you know, Blade Wing can at least answer whatever he's playing. Capturing. What's that? I don't understand. Let's deploy Lando. I could play the wrong right. Should we? Probably not. No. Pass. So he's probably playing like a Qui-Gon to get rid of my Lando. Starhawk? I don't like the Starhawk. It has ambush though. Ground. It does have ambush though. Now I'm probably... I mean, let's go to base. What to do? Starhawk and then tap everything again? Or Depopulaba into, I don't know, into something that's just fun to kill? And not have any credit tokens? I mean, I'm gonna have 1 credit token if I play the Light Maker. Depopulaba, whatever. He has only 2 cards in hand. I can play the Mando. It's not gonna... I mean, it's probably gonna kill something, right? Hopefully. Not now. Ugh! Those are tense matches, but I like it. Oh, the Max Rebo is still here. I don't think we need a... yeah, Max Rebo is probably good for more cards in hand as well. So that's kind of annoying. What? DeckTech, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. 9. Should we just... I mean, he doesn't pay anything for stuff now, which is kind of funny. But it's 11 left, so let's just attack everything into it, I guess. Rey's a weird unit as well. We're probably just ambushing Qui-Gon into Lando, I would assume. That's what we're doing. Can't control, but you can still capture Rey, right? I mean, it's a 9999 is crazy, I guess. Or do we ambush him? Let's ambush him into here and then capture the Starhawk. It's probably a mistake because Qui-Gon would be lethal, and Qui-Gon has the much better effect. Claim. a much better effect when defeated, so he can... I mean, just getting the Starhawk back is not the worst, but it's not the best either. I mean, whatever. I mean, whatever. So, I mean, I don't know who's ahead here. Killing my Lando. Now, we are just running into her, I think. No, wait, undo. We can just bounce her. Then we have 5 left for like a light maker. Let's bounce her. I think that's better. And play 7, not have anything on the board and just bounce it. Then we can still play the light maker or a beguile if something weird shows up, but 11 resources. It's okay. Probably going into the Mandalorian, I would assume. Let's play the light maker. He has to claim probably. Yep. Oh no, he just beguiled. There can be another beguile and I don't have anything on the board, right? There we go. But I can just Mando and capture the Starhawk again. And he has 2. I mean, he's gonna have... The Max Reaper is annoying. It's very, very annoying indeed. I still have both beguiles. He doesn't. Let's just keep this. Let's get rid of that one. Let's play the Mando and capture the Starhawk. And then I have 4 more open, which is not the best. But I can play a Qui-Gon. And at least the stupid Max Rebo is finally gone. 5 cards in hand. We have exactly the same resources. Phew. Do I play it or just claim? 5 resources. There's not much for 5 resources. I can take care of my Mando, right? Another blue leader is not going to do it. Beguile 2 are gone. Beguile doesn't work with him anyway. The B-Wing is not gonna work. Let's claim. Can't think of something that saves him here. Please let me be right. Come on, come on, come on.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Yes, I think that's it. GG. That was a fun one. Fun last one. Took forever, but look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 cards in hand. Just like an off aspect, aggressive negotiation. And GG. But that was fun. I like the deck. I don't like the deck that much in like mirrors and like longer games. It's like such a, I don't know, it's weird. It's like, giving cards back to your hand feels bad somehow. A Bo-Katan, I just cannot deal with a Bo-Katan, I feel like. I don't know what cards are in there to like make sure. I mean, Haymaker in command with like a Qui-Gon, I guess, but it's gonna be super difficult and awkward situation for this to happen. But other than that, I like it. I like it's decent against space aggro as well. I guess the weakness is like those control-y decks like the second game, I would assume. But other than that, I think it's a great deck. It's fun to play. The credit generation is just insanity. Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if it has a real shot or if it's just like being hyped right now as one of the better new leaders in the game. And with that, I'd leave you. Have a nice week. Take care and see you next week. Bye bye, guys.